thing.
So you're saying it does more than my Mac?
Well, technically, you said it.
From the midterms just keeps coming. Last night, the AP called another Senate race. Alaska has turned red, or maybe thanks to climate change, that might just be the temperature up there now. Of course, analyzing the midterms is like peeling back the layers of an onion, in that the deeper you go, the more the Democrats lie. Jim?
They lost control of almost every major state legislature in the country.
Yeah, but more governors on the Republican side, but more importantly than that, 70%. 7 out of 10 state legislatures are Republican.
That's where the farm teams are for future candidates. It's a huge problem for the Democrats. It's not just that the farm team is being depleted, it's the farm team to the farm team in the state houses.
Yes, Democrats have lost their farm team. Now who will they turn to when Hillary blows out her knee at an Iowa pancake breakfast? She'll be off the DL. Farm teams are crucial to developing future leaders. Remember, just 2 years before he ran for president, Barack Obama was an Illinois state senator. Who could have imagined that today he'd be in the White House wishing he was an Illinois state senator? So tonight I profile one of these pre-heroes in Mr. Smith Goes to the State Legislature, then later possibly Washington. My new favorite is Colorado legislator Gordon Klingenschmidt. I assume his father was a Schmidt and his mother a Klingon. Klingenschmidt is a former Navy chaplain who campaigned with a very simple message.
Why am I holding this pitchfork? I want this to be a symbol of the positive campaign that I am running.
Yes, it is reminiscent of the positive campaign the villagers ran to elect Frankenstein. Klingenschmidt's campaign stands for so much more. He's the head of the Pray in Jesus' Name Project, or Pigeon Pea, which has been designated as an anti-LGBT hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. But Klingenschmidt doesn't hate the gays. He's just concerned for them, as he demonstrates on his YouTube program.
The demonic spirits inside the homosexual agenda, they're trying to redefine family and homosexualize and recruit your children, either be effeminate or homosexuals will inherit the kingdom of God. Jesus, if he were providing marriage counseling to two gay men who were married, Jesus would command them to get divorced.
Yes. If Jesus were the marriage counselor, he would tell them to get divorced, and he'd take 65 minutes to do it so we could charge them for the second hour. But folks, you know, it's not just the gays. It's not just the gays. Everyone needs a little Klingenschmidt exorcism.
Don't you think it's something inside of the atheist complainer that's wrong? I have a solution. Let's do an exorcism and cast the devil out of them. Julius Genachowski, the outgoing FCG chairman, has not enforced decency standards. The demonic spirit influences him to abuse and, dare I say, molest and visually rape your children. Father in heaven, we pray against the domestic enemies of the Constitution, against this demon of tyranny who is using the White House. The demonic spirit is oppressing us. Father, we command it to leave. We pray that you will help the president repent.
Yes, Obama is possessed by a demon. And he won't even show us the demon's birth certificate. Now, saying the president is possessed by a demon could be seen as a tad inflammatory, but after he was elected, Klingenschmidt told a Colorado newspaper, quote, I would say it's time for people of goodwill on both sides of the political debate to come together to have reasonable discussions about these issues. Yes, now that the bruising campaign is over, Democrats should join Klingenschmitt in a reasonable discussion about whether or not Barack Obama is possessed by a demon. All right, is that so hard? You can express your point of view that he is not, and Klingenschmitt can express his point of view that demon makes him think that. We'll be right back.
We all know someone this year who's done something special.
De parti n'importe où, bras dessus, bras dessous. Quand j'entends des chansons, c'est si bon.
Giving the gift for those who fly beyond.
Dire des mots doux, mais qui en disent en langue.
One family with one passion to make a superior rum. Bacardi, untamable since 1862.
What would you give some? To follow your dreams with one cross-country road trip. The greatest gift for someone who gave you these moments is to give those moments back. Doers, the most awarded blended scotch in history.
3 more days and then we're married.
You're coming to the party, right?
When family gets back together,
My nice, please.
I always play nice.
there are no secrets
Got $5 grand, yo. When I get my income tax check, you gonna get it.
You can't tax me.
and no holds barred.
You been there before, Whoopi?
Hi, Whoopi.
My niece.
Top 5.
It's gonna be sick.
Written and directed by Chris Rock. Rated R.
My guest tonight is a UCLA professor who is widely regarded as the world's greatest living mathematician. I'll ask him what number I'm thinking of. Please welcome Terrence Tao. Mr. Tao, Professor Tao, thanks so much for being on. Thanks for being here. Now, you are a professor of mathematics at UCLA. You have won a Fields Medal, which is regarded as the Nobel Prize of mathematics. It's been called that. You got one of the Dennis MacArthur Genius Fellowships, and you won the 2015 Breakthrough Prize in Mathematics, though it is only 2014. Did I just check your math on that one?
Yes, I guess it's all about the future.
It's all about the future. Okay. You're known by some of your colleagues as the Mozart of math. How old were you when you got into math?
My parents told me when I was 2. They found me teaching some older kids how to count using number blocks.
so you're bossy too.
It's, I don't remember it myself, but apparently I had taught myself to count from Sesame Street.
All right. Was it the Count? Was the Count Von Count? Is he the one who taught you?
I guess it must have been.
Wow.
Good time.
You should get some of that field money.
Okay.
Okay, now you got a very specific specialty, which is prime numbers. That's your.
That's one of the things I work on.
Okay, and explain to me. I remember math class. There's the number line and all that, and positives that way, negatives that way. Talk to me about primes. Why do I need to know about primes?
Okay, so prime numbers are whole numbers that are bigger than 1, but they can't be factored with smaller numbers. They're the atomic elements of number theory. So in chemistry,
Wait, what are the atomic elements?
okay, so in chemistry, all matter is made up of atoms, like iron, silicon, and so forth. And in mathematics, all numbers are made up of prime numbers. 15 is 3 times 5. Every number can be factored.
Check your mouth with that one. 3. Yeah, it checks out. Checks out. Okay. All right. So.
Right, so they're very fundamental in mathematics, but despite being so fundamental, we studied them forever since ancient Greece. There's a lot to know about them.
How many prime numbers are there?
Right, so the primes go on forever. So they even
There has to be a number of them. They're numbers. Ergo, there must be a number of them.
yes, well, there's an infinity of them, so there's any number you wish.
But there's not any more than infinity. Only infinity.
There's only an infinite number of them. Yes.
Okay, there's only an infinite. They're limited by infinity.
Yeah, so it's what a counter will be.
Okay. And there's something called twin primes.
Yes, twin primes are pairs of primes that are distance 2 apart. They're as close as almost as close as they can be.
Example.
5 and 7, 11 and 13. These are twin primes. 27.
Wouldn't a twin prime be 5 and 5?
No, that's just a prime twice.
Oh, really?
Yes. Okay.
But that's twins. Twins are the same person twice.
Well,
Because 5 and 7, 2 years is a long time for the second baby to stay in the birth canal. 4 years now. Okay? Twins cannot be 2 different ages.
the analogy is a little.
Checkmate.
Okay.
Okay, I gotcha.
So these are pairs of primes which are 2 apart, and we don't know how many there are. So you ask how many primes there are. There's infinitely many. We don't know if there's infinitely many primes. Are the twin primes of finite resource, or do they go on forever? So we don't know.
What's a cousin prime? Is it a cousin?
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Cousin primes are pairs of primes that are distance 4 apart. So like 7 and 11. So they're not quite as close as twins, but they're pretty close.
Okay.
And then there are sexy primes.
Sexy primes?
Sexy primes.
What are they?
That's the official term. There's pairs of primes that are 6 apart. So we don't know there's infinitely many twin primes. We don't know there's infinitely many cousin primes, and we don't know there's infinitely many sexy primes. But just this year, it was proven, or conditionally on a hypothesis, but it was proven that one of those 3 classes is infinite. So there are either.
Wait, you don't know which one is infinite, but you know one of them is?
Yes.
How could you know one of them is, but not know which one? Is it like, is this like, let's make a deal? There are 3 different how do you know that?
Well, there's a formula for how many twin primes there are. There's a formula that has how many sexy primes there are, how many cousin primes, and you can add them up. And we know the sum is infinite, but we don't. So one of the 3 terms must be infinite, but we don't know which one. Or maybe all 3 of them are. Actually, probably all 3 of them are.
Are cousin primes ever sexy, but you're afraid to say it? That sounds creepy.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the primes, but yeah.
All right. What's your favorite number?
Yeah.
I got half, right? What's your favorite number?
Well, I don't know. In mathematics, you don't sort of treat any number as favoritism. You just
The best number is 5.
Yeah.
The best number is 5 because the Jackson 5.
Okay.
Ben Folds 5.
Okay.
It's 5.
Okay. Best number is 5.
It's 5. Yeah. Well, what's next? What's the next? If you won the prize for the future of math, what's the next thing that's happening in math?
I myself am working on fluid equations, for instance.
On what equations?
Fluid equations.
Food?
Fluid.
Oh, fluid. Oh, okay.
So the equations that go things like water. I'm trying to work out whether water can spontaneously go up.
Terrence, that would be good to know. So good luck with that, and keep in touch, please. Thank you so much.
Sheffield Holiday Pine Tree. Plus, more doorbusters at 7 p.m. on Thanksgiving and 6 a.m. on Black Friday. Kmart, remembers always get more.
Jack Link's Jerky presents Hangry Moments.
What's your kitty's name?
It's a puma.
Thank you. Jack Link's Jerky, the protein-packed way to feed your wild side.
Get more this Black Friday at Kmart. Doorbuster deals start at 6 a.m. Get up to 90% off engagement rings. Plus, this 32-inch RCA TV for $179.99. And members get $40 back in points. Kmart, remembers always get more.
15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody knows that.
Did you know there is an oldest trick in the book?
Trick number one. Look us over there. Aha! Made us now look.
Geico.
Yes. Good night.
Whatever holiday you celebrate.
Star of David.
I'm the one who looks Jewish.
One's escape.
Enjoy it.
Great.
Merry Christmas, and may the mistletoe be kind to you.
Comedy Central's All-Star Non-Denominational Christmas Special. Thanksgiving weekend, Thursday through Sunday at 10.
Tonight, Obama makes an important visit to China. Oh, he's too good to order takeout like the rest of us. Then, who will be America's new Attorney General? And did I just pitch a reality show to C-SPAN? My guest tonight is legendary fashion designer Diane von Furstenberg, whose new book is The Woman I Wanted to Be. For me, it was always Nancy Reagan. Usher is releasing his latest single inside boxes of Honey Nut Cheerios. I cannot believe Honey Nut Cheerios sold out like that. This is the Colbert Report. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being here. What a beautiful night. Broadcast to the American people and the nation. Thank you, heroes all. Please have a seat. Folks, I want to welcome you all. Folks, I want to welcome you all to Sesame Street. Brought to you tonight by the letter C and the number 19. Nation, as much as this administration would like us to forget it, we are in just the opening chapters of our ongoing war on terror. And over the weekend, there may have been a major plot twist.
There are conflicting reports on the fate of the leader of ISIS, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. U.S. Portland attacking a convoy near Mosul in Iraq this weekend. It's unknown if their top guy was among them.
Al-Baghdadi may have been killed or wounded in a U.S. airstrike.
The leader of ISIS, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, may be dead tonight.
Yes, we maybe got you, sucker. Rest in possibly. Folks, I am theoretically pumped that this brutal murderer is hypothetically out of the picture. I say let's bring the champagne to room temperature so it is ready to chill if that proves necessary. And while I, of course, would like to know for certain that the monster monster who promised to turn New York into an ash heap is deceased. At least this uncertainty gives our tabloids time to stock up on their zinger headlines. Like when Saddam was sentenced to hang, the New York Post went with, good news. Or when we killed Bin Laden and found porn in his compound, they hit us with this actual headline, Osama bin Wankin. And who could forget when we got Al-Qaeda and Iraq leader Abu Musab al-Zarqawi, the Post cover screamed, gotcha, and featured a death photo with the speech bubble saying, warm up the virgins. And you know those were his actual last words because even if they weren't legally, the Post would have had to use a thought bubble. And once we know that al-Baghdadi is dead for sure, there's going to be a gold rush for the perfect headline, which is why I'm staking my claim. Hereby copyright the following phrases. Al-Baghdadi. Body bad daddy. Much abu about nothing. Abu goes to dynamite. Let's Khalif the whole thing off. And fuck her not to the future. Those are my New York Post. If you use any of those headlines, I will see you in court. Or to paraphrase al-Zarqawi, warm up the lawyers. Nation, now I know I've often called President Obama a national embarrassment, but I can't do that tonight, because tonight he has an embarrassment. Because this time it's in China, where he's attending an economic summit, and once again, he has embarrassed America. First off, he wore traditional Chinese garb, but forgot to start his communicator. Even worse, that's not canon. Even worse, when he should be over there chewing China out, he was chewing something else.
A faux pas by President Obama. Some are accusing him of being rude for emerging from his car yesterday chewing gum.
It appeared that he was chewing gum as he walked with his Chinese counterpart.
There have also been reports in the Chinese media that the Chinese here in Beijing were offended by the president's gum chewing. Mr. Obama was seen chewing his Nicorette gum.
That is outrageous. Why are you chewing Nicorette, Mr. President? You're in Beijing, the one place on earth where inhaling burnt tar is the healthier choice. And folks, I am just as offended as the Chinese people. As we all learned in grade school, if you want to chew gum, you bring enough for everybody. That's 1.3 billion sticks. And I assume they like Big Red. So folks, it is no wonder that Obama was characterized by Chinese internet users as an impolite idler or careless rapper. Oh, we all know how much the hip-hop rapsmen love representing the GUM. As Snoop once rhyme flowed, roaming on the street, chewing spearmint, thinking about juicy fruit. With my mind on my bubbles and my bubbles on my mind. Rest. Rest in peace, Tupac. You too, Wrigley Smalls. But not everyone at the summit was acting like a gum-smacking teen. Real President Vladimir Putin was trying to get him some dim sum.
Vladimir Putin getting his coat to China's first lady. The reason? She was cold.
Vladimir Putin created a stir by slipping a shawl over the First Lady of China. And the China media, which is state-backed, immediately removed that image.
What a gentleman. You don't even have to ask Vlad, and he will give you the shirt off his back. But the thing that has me even more outraged than how much disrespect Obama showed China was how much respect he showed China.
Did the leader of the free world bow to the Chinese president? Some say yes. You can see he tilts his head, greeting President Xi.
You can see that he tilts his head, greeting the president yesterday.
Yes, some say he bowed. First Fox, me, to his son. And just look at that head tilt. There goes, oh, yes, it may be barely noticeable, but my crack digital team was able to project where he wanted to go with that. Oh, that is shameful. I can't believe President Obama is allowing me to do this to him. And, oh no, his pants are falling down. Where's the dignity? Somebody cover that man up. Thank you. Thank you. And folks, I am not the only one out there enraged by Barack Obama. Trademark New York Post, but Fox Business analyst and unshaved speedbag Bo Dietl got his needle all over this story.
He's over in China now. Let the other guy eat. Some young you. Whoever he's eating over there, some young you eat. Who cares about China? They're invading all our computers. They're breaching. They're hacking. He's over there. Hello. I'm sure he bowed 16 times to this guy. Stop it. And President, what you should be bowing to is your veterans. That's who you should be bowing to. Instead of the head of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Obama's chowing down on the yum while the Chinese are breaching our computer bleep bloop boxes. Stop giving bing bang bow wows to the King Kong ching chongs. The troops are the ones who deserve our ooga oogas. After all, Bo Dietl and I both know that today is Veterans Day, even though only one of us is sure what year it is.
We're in 2000, what is this, 15 or 14, whatever it is. 14. But we gotta all remember, the only reason why we're able to sit here and talk and not wear an abba-dabba-doo hats or whatever is because of these veterans.
He's right. If it weren't for our veterans, we'd all be wearing abba-dabba-doo hats. We would. Pushing around abba-dabba-doo cars and arguing with our abba-dabba dishwashers. And that's time we could be spending with our bam-bams. I'm with Bo Dietl. It's hard to believe that in the year, I'm gonna guess 2052, we don't respect our troops who fought for us on the beaches of Ooh La La, Zooty Pooty Dooty, in the jungles of Viet Pling Plang, on the deserts of Abu Galbustan. They are the heroes, and what have we done with our lives? Spent them screaming on TV incoherently? I just hope someday soon I can leave all this behind, maybe retire to the coast of, Rio Daga Baga Domingo. But then again, you never know. I always want to see the cliffs of Malakakalakukuku. We'll be right back.
So, what is that? It's my Surface Pro 3. It's a tablet and a laptop.
But it couldn't have the power of my Mac. This is an Intel Core i5.
This does too. It's Office, Adobe Photoshop, and it's got a touchscreen.
I have a touchscreen too.
Well, this is my favorite thing. I can write with a pen.
Well, so can I. Wow. I've got a lot of stuff to carry.
You are more powerful than you think.
believe in giving you the whole truth and nothing but the truth, as long as you don't ask about the There's nothing in there. This is tip of the hat, wag of the finger. First up, folks, with Republicans set to take over Congress in January, I have been appalled to see Barack Obama brazenly still being president. Case in executive overreach. This weekend, he named his choice to succeed Attorney General Eric Holder.
President Obama announces he wants U.S. Attorney Loretta Lynch to take over the Justice Department. 55-year-old Lynch would be the first black woman to hold the post of Attorney General.
She has spent years in the trenches as a prosecutor, aggressively fighting terrorism, financial fraud, cybercrime, all while vigorously defending civil rights.
I will wake up every morning with the protection of the American people my first thought.
Her first waking thought is protecting the American people. Apparently, she's got better things to do while she's asleep. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess she's too busy riding a unicorn to a test that she's late for naked. Folks, the fact is, Lynch simply is not qualified for the job. I read all about it over the weekend when Breitbart.gov journalist and Wilford Brimley Tribute head Warner Todd Houston blew the lid off the scandal that Lynch was a part of Bill Clinton's Whitewater probe defense team in 1992. Kids, if you're too young to remember, Whitewater was the Benghazi of Arkansas real estate deals. This bombshell destroys Loretta Lynch's credibility to be Attorney General if it were true. But it turns out Teddy Roosevelt here had the wrong Loretta Lynch. This is the Attorney General nominee. This is the one who defended Clinton during Whitewater. And there is just no way to tell these two women apart. But as soon as Walrus Man noticed the mistake, Breitbart issued a correction by leaving up the same headline and adding the word corrected. From there, it's the exact same article about how Obama and Loretta Lynch defended the Clintons until you get to the very bottom of the article where it reads, correction, the Loretta Lynch identified earlier as the Whitewater attorney was in fact a different attorney. So I'm giving a tip of the hat to Breitbart for breaking this news, finding out it's broken, but sticking with the story anyway. Because no matter who she actually is, I still stand against the nomination of Loretta Lynch. I just don't think a coal miner's daughter has any place as Attorney General. Plus, why isn't anyone talking about the time she stole Christmas? It's scandalous. So I salute Breitbart for not taking down a headline that you know is false. You are craven political hatchet men. Oh, they eventually took it down. Oh, my apologies. They are craven political hatchet men. Correct.
We all know someone this year who's done something special. For those who fly beyond.
Mais qui en disent en langue.
One family with one passion to make a superior product. A garden untamable since 1862.
There are no secrets.
I mentioned that $5 grand, yo. When I get my income tax check, you gonna get it. You can't tax Zebo.
And no holds barred.
Want some of this, sir? You get black gas. You been here before, Whoopi?
Hi, Whoopi.
My niece.
Top 5.
It's gonna be sad.
Written and directed by Chris Rock. Rated R.
Please welcome Diane von Furstenberg. Madam von Furstenberg, thank you so much for being here. Lovely to see you again. Thank you for being here, being so elegant as always.
I thought you were gonna wear a wrap dress.
A wrap dress? Well, you are known, Jim, let's put that up. You are known for many things. This is the iconic wrap dress. 40 years ago. I would love to, but my hips are so unforgiving.
But it's all about the waist. You just wrap it around and feel sexy.
Why aren't you wearing one then?
Well, because I have no waist anymore.
Well, how does it do with a gut? That's me, not you. Okay. Everybody knows who you are: fashion designer, entrepreneur, the iconic wrap dress. You have a new show right now called House at DVF, which we'll get to in a moment. But first, you have a book called The Woman I Wanted to Be. Diane von Furstenberg. You've been a princess. You have been a fashion designer, which are the two most popular Barbies. What other woman besides, is there any kind of woman you wanted to be number one?
No, because I think the woman you want to be is many different women at different times. And
That sounds vaguely schizophrenic.
No, it's just the matter of living your fantasy, doing it nice, seriously, but being, dreaming about who you want to be and becoming who you want to be. And I was lucky, I came to America and I lived this big American dream, becoming the woman I wanted to be.
When did you become her?
I was maybe 17, 28. But the good thing is that I became that woman while I had come up with something that would make other women be the woman you want to be. So you see, I became confident while I was making other women confident.
Were you making other women into the woman you wanted to be?
No.
Or they wanted to be?
No.
Doesn't fashion do that to us?
No.
Doesn't fashion say, like, this is what you will be wearing this year, darling?
No.
Green is out.
No.
Absolutely. It's all cerulean
No.
this year.
All I do is I give women the little trick, the little thing that are going to make them look sexy and feel empowered.
Why don't you do that for men? Don't we deserve to feel sexy and empowered as well? You're a feminist icon. Aren't you being sexist against men? What makes a man sexy?
Anyway, that's the worst thing that happened to women in the last 10 years,
Viagra? Why? Because there's no point in a man's life when he will give it a rest?
Because they will, we lost all kind of edge. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that.
No, of course not. We're here to talk about Diane von Furstenberg.
Yes.
All right. So why fashion? What is it that drew you to fashion at an early age? Did you one day catch it? You weren't.
The thing is that I did not know what I wanted to do, but I knew that I wanted to be who I wanted to be. I wanted to be independent.
You came from wealth, right? And you married enormous wealth. Did you? Independence was the easier part, wasn't it?
You see, I became independent on my own with one little dress. And my thing in life is, once I empowered myself, is to empower others. My TV show, The House of DVF, that we premiered 2 weeks ago, that's on Sunday. Every Sunday, they told me to tell you that. Every Sunday at 10 o'clock on E, don't forget.
Is it every Sunday?
Every Sunday at 10 o'clock. And the House of DVF, and what it is the story of 8 girls design and merchandising and PR, and one of them will become a brand ambassador.
For DVF.
That's it.
Okay. I don't want any spoilers, but what are the odds that at the end of the season you win? Because you're already an excellent brand ambassador for DVF.
Yes, but I'm getting old. I can't be the one. I need fresh.
Let's talk about DVF for a second. How does one get into the 3 initial club? Because you got JFK, LBJ, KFC, DVF. Why do you feel, why not Diana von Furstenberg? It's got a real role that hasn't been over. It's a lovely trip though.
No, it is. It's a long journey. I don't know. I became DVF. Even my children call me DVF.
Really?
Yeah. My son, not my daughter. But anyway, that's who I am.
Uh-huh. Your son calls you DVF?
Well,
He doesn't call you mom?
he's not a good thing.
But still,
he's, he's
a little cold.
No. There's nothing cold about my son.
Oh, okay. There's nothing cold about you either. A lot of women say, oh, every time you wear a suit, you wear tops or whatever like that. If women don't have the dress uniform for work where men, are told what they do with a suit. If you could design the thing that women do as their uniform, the suit is okay. There it is. Diane von Furstenberg. Ladies, she says confidence and nothing else. Diane, thank you so much for joining us. The woman I wanted to be, Diane von Furstenberg. We'll be right back.
This is Andre Allen. Oh, stank on us. Guys, give it stank. This is Andre Allen. Bitch.
First take was good.
On December 12th, America's biggest star.
It's heaven.
What'd you guys get for Christmas?
It's a pair of damp socks that will dry real slowly.
I'll tell you what your Christmas present was. I got dragged away some black demons.
Comedy Central's All-Star Non-Denominational Christmas Special. Thanksgiving weekend, Thursday through Sunday at 10.
Tonight, a medical breakthrough in South America. Have soccer players regained the use of their hands? Then, Republicans address climate change by burning the midnight oil. And my guest, science writer Stephen Johnson, has a new book and TV series called How We Got to Now. I'll talk to him when I get to then. The upcoming Star Wars movie is titled The Force Awakens. It fell asleep during The Phantom Menace. This is the Colbert Report. If you watch this show, and I hope you do, you know that no one in this country is tougher on crime than yours truly. I say lock them up and throw away the key. Also, clearly, tough on keys. So, I'm happy to report that this week a dangerous fugitive has been brought to justice.
A 90-year-old man busted for feeding the homeless. Arnold Abbott is his name. He faces possible jail time and a $500 fine for preparing meals for the needy in a church kitchen. A new ordinance in Fort Lauderdale virtually outlaws groups from sharing food with the hungry.
Busted for feeding the homeless in public. Folks, oh yeah. Ooh, I'm angry at him too. I say if the homeless want to eat, they should do it in the privacy of their own wherever those people live. And this monster cannot claim he did not know better because he was doing all this out of a church kitchen. So clearly he knows what Jesus said in Matthew, "For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and look out, the cops are here, hide the ropes and the fishes." And I am glad, and I'm glad to hear the police use maximum force to take the perp down.
One of the police officers came over and said, "Drop that plate right now." And so I was carrying a weapon.
Oh, food is much worse than weapons in Florida. If George Zimmerman had fed a guy in a hoodie, he'd be in jail. And folks, Fort Lauderdale, yeah. We miss you, George. Folks, Fort Lauderdale needs these laws. Just ask Fort Lauderdale's mayor.
We enforce the laws here at Fort Lauderdale. They will be arrested. If they break the law and it's observed by one of our law enforcement officers, they're subject to arrest.
The mayor says he needs to look out for the good of all people in Fort Lauderdale, including taxpayers and tourists who want to use parks and beaches without being overrun by the homeless.
Exactly. Mayor Seiler must protect Fort Lauderdale's tourism industry. And a bunch of drunk people urinating on the beach is that industry. Besides, never once went to spring break. Besides, Fort Lauderdale is really looking out for the homeless.
This is a public safety issue. It's a public health issue. The experts have all said you are going to simply feed them outdoors to get them from breakfast to lunch to dinner. All you're doing is enabling that cycle of homelessness.
Yes, by feeding